I can guarantee you that when I see people struggling in the hospital room, that they're not thinking about that burger that they had 2 weeks ago or the pizza that they ate a little while ago and think, that was worth it. I'm so glad I did that. People on their deathbed aren't thinking, all those beers that I had in my youth were worth it. They're looking at their children and their grandchildren and they're wishing that they had more time.
Hey guys, don't forget to follow me on Instagram at HighCarbHealth and also click on the green H so you get to see exactly what I eat and what I get up to every single day. Don't forget to also subscribe to our YouTube channel and also please make sure you hit the bell icon so that you get all our notifications for our video uploads.
Please join me in welcoming all the way from New Zealand, Shukul Kachwala. She's the director of High Carbs Health Limited. Some of us had the privilege of hearing the story of his brother yesterday, the man himself.
I can guarantee you that when I see people struggling in the hospital room, that they're not thinking about that burger that they had 2 weeks ago or the pizza that they ate a little while ago and think, that was worth it. I'm so glad I did that. People on their deathbed aren't thinking, all those beers that I had in my youth were worth it. They're looking at their children and their grandchildren and they're wishing that they had more time.
Okay, please put your hands together in welcoming once again all the health secrets of revolutionizing your life with a plant-based diet.
Hello everyone, how are we? I'd like to say thank you for inviting me, Mamta, and the rest of the WEF team. So my name is Shukul Kachwala and I am the director and co-founder of High Carb Health, along with my brother Shamiz, who some of you were able to hear speak about his story. In the last 6 years that I have been working with chronically ill people, I've come to realize that the most important investment we can make is in our health.
Beautiful.
Our health is taken for granted. We think it will always be with us until it isn't. And I would like to just basically talk a little bit about how when we take things for granted or we take our health for granted, I can guarantee you that when I see people struggling in the hospital room, that they're not thinking about that burger that they had 2 weeks ago or the pizza that they ate a little while ago and think, that was worth it. I'm so glad I did that. People on their deathbed aren't thinking, all those beers that I had in my youth were worth it. They're looking at their children and their grandchildren and they're wishing that they had more time. I would like you to consider investing in prevention rather than cures. Our health system is focused on only curing once there is a problem, yet we do nothing to help people before that problem arises. How beautiful in Republic Day that I get to put up a picture of Mahatma Gandhi. He said it beautifully, didn't he? Yes? Your health is your real wealth. The Dalai Lama, when asked what surprised him most about humanity, said man. Because he sacrifices his health in order to make money. Then he sacrifices money to recuperate his health. And then he's so anxious about the future that he does not enjoy the present, the result being that he does not live in the present or the future. He lives as if he's never going to die, and then dies having never really lived. I was that person. This was me in my late 20s. This is me in my late 20s. Athletic, fit, I was playing cricket, badminton, many different types of sports. Well, was I healthy? I look healthy. But on the inside, you see a person who was taking 3 different prescription medications for acne, for migraines, and for a fungal infection. Just because somebody looks good on the outside does not mean they are healthy, and that is one of the biggest things that we need to change about our society. We're all focused about looks, and I see it all the time with my clients, taking all sorts of supplements and potions to try and get bigger and more muscly. So, I changed my lifestyle 7 years ago. Okay, and what does health mean to me? Health means freedom. Okay, health means freedom. Because you see this fellow in the picture, that's my brother and myself, with a gentleman by the name of Torre. And Torre got his life back after dealing with ulcerative colitis, just like my brother did, after working with us for 6 months. He had been suffering for 5 years, and he was so happy that he decided to fly all the way from Australia to New Zealand to come visit us. And here is what I mean by freedom. He could not have done this. He could not have gone for a walk and gotten into nature and just enjoyed his life if he hadn't taken control of his health. Health to me means being able to push beyond your boundaries. Physically push beyond your boundaries. Not be content with just doing what everyone else does. So this is me 2 or 3 years ago, where I rode on a bike race 160 kilometers in just over 5 hours. Okay. The longest bike ride I ever did was 220 kilometers in 1 day. And if I did not have my health, there's no way that was ever going to be possible. So who do I want to be healthy for? My family. Okay. I want to be able to play with my daughter when I'm older. I want to be running around. One of my major goals is to be able to ride 100 k's on my bike well into my 80s and 90s. Let's see if I can make it happen. Okay? So my family is what drives me, and I want to tell you a little bit about my parents, who are in their 60s. They are the only two people in the whole friend circle who are not on any prescription medication at all. Both of them go ride their bike 20 kilometers every morning. And it's all because of the story some of you heard yesterday about my brother. We all changed our lifestyle. We changed our lifestyle to a plant-based diet. I'll tell you what a plant-based diet is. It's very simple. Fruits, vegetables, whole grains, and legumes. These are the 4 foods that are pillars of health. On closing, the whole food plant-based diet is the only diet ever scientifically proven to prevent and reverse heart disease. This is the leading cause of death in the world, and yet we've known this since the 80s and nobody talks about it. The leading cause of death in the world can be prevented and reversed today with the information we know, but we don't do it. Okay? And all we have to do is change what is on our plates. That is it. It's simple as that. Okay? Diabetes can be prevented and reversed just by changing what is on your plate. And we've done it. We've helped people reverse diabetes. Okay? I urge you all, if you take one thing away from my talk today, please invest in your health. It is your biggest asset. Without it, you cannot do anything. Thank you very much.
Shukul Kachwala, please step up to accept this felicitation in India, in Madurai. You are indeed an exceptional leader of excellence.
This channel is about helping people who suffer from colitis. Drop me a comment below about your colitis experience and go to my website High Carb Health for more info and a free 30-minute consultation. And don't forget, there most certainly is a life after colitis.